Hello and welcome to this plumberpass.co.uk video. This is in a series of videos all about how to install a basin from start to finish. So far you've got the basin actually hung on the wall. Now we're going to have a look at the surfaces underneath and how to connect them up and get the basin working basically. Right, so under our sink, as I said earlier on, we've got our two hot and cold water pipes, our waste pipe, the waste coming out of the bottom of the sink, and our two hot and cold flows to the taps. Okay, what we're going to do in this video is connect these two pipes here to these two taps there, and we're also going to put two isolation valves in because it's best practice. If there's ever a problem with the tap, there's two isolation valves for, you know, the homeowner or anything like that to switch it off and then call the plumber out if they've got any problems. Before we do anything to these, we basically you've got to go and isolate them. If you don't know where to do that, or if they're in the loft or anything like that, just go downstairs, turn the main isolator off. Generally you'll find it under the kitchen sink. Then run all your hot and cold taps, okay, until they all stop running, okay, and only then when they've stopped running, you know that all the pipes are empty. And at that point, you can cut into the pipe here and cut these off. They're going to make a little bit of a hissing noise because water's going to go down, that's trapped in this pipe, down to the taps below that I've opened up. So let's give them a little wee twist, twist. Keep twisting. There we go. So you keep twisting round. There you go, nothing. Keep on going, you'll get the same thing. You'll see it's just cutting a small score in there right now. Now it's sucking as well. Just let it suck before you take it fully off till it stops hissing. There you go, bang, popped off. Now the next thing we do is we clean these two ends up with some emery cloth, okay? Because solder pipe loves to be clean. Give them a nice clean, get them really, no paint on there at all. Takes a little while, but persevere, it really does pay off, this does. Once they're nice and clean, coat each one in flux, ready for soldering. So, we've got our two elbow fittings here, one on here, like that. And now what you want to do is solder two small stubs on. Get your copper pipe, cut a small stub of about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches, a flux around the end, put them on there like that. Okay, now we're ready to do our first two solders. I'm experienced at doing this obviously, so it's easier for me, but if you're not happy, get yourself a heat mat, wet it, okay, make sure you've got a little tub of water nearby, something like that, so if you do find anything catches light, you've got something to quickly put it out. Also, when you do any soldering, always make sure you do it at least half an hour before you intend to leave the premises or leave your house or something like that, just so you know for sure that there's no like, smouldering or anything like that could eventually turn into a fire. Another tip about soldering, you don't need to have a burning flame going like that. Just a nice light flame for 15mm pipe is good enough, okay? It's easier to control as well and you'll feel a lot more relaxed doing it yourself as well. Reel off yourself a nice long bit of solder and just pop it under your fitting like so and just warm the fitting up nice and even, okay? It will take time but it's well worth doing like this. Soldering is all about being patient. There we go, it's run now. Get this last bit down here. Great, so that's the first one done. Move on to the second. As I say, look how easy and relaxed it is. There's no, you know, we haven't got a huge burning flame or anything like that. It's just really quiet. You don't have to go mental, just do it nice and slowly, you know, and then you're in control of the situation while you're doing this. Runs in beautifully there. Now just wait a few seconds. Often I'll get my flux brush again and just paint round here just to clean the fitting up a bit more. After that you give it a wipe with a damp cloth, okay, and that'll really clean the fitting up. If you leave any flux on the fitting it does tend to go green and it'll look horrible in about a month's time. So best to get all the flux off now while you can, while it's a bit warm. Once those two bits of stubs of pipe have dried nicely, get our two check valves and pop them on. Taking note of the arrow direction of which way the water flow is going to be. Push on each valve and tighten them up. If you want to know how to tighten up compression fittings, visit one of our other videos because we've done one on that. As soon as you've installed them correctly, it's best just to turn them off now so that the slot is across the line of the pipe like that. What I'm going to do now is just finish off all the soldering, get the pipe put back together and get the actual tap connected up. Now, all being well, you've tightened up both your nuts, all your solder joints are fine, they've cooled down, you've cleaned them off. You can hopefully now turn the water back on and test them. But don't run too much into the tap basin yet because we haven't got the waste on. That's what we're going to be doing in the next video. See you then. Bye bye. Plumberparts.co.uk. Honest reviews and advice.